It made my
Guys,
fortnight.
I'm sorry. I didn't really watch a bunch of our podcasts until recently, and I see how bad it looks that I'm on my cell phone. I'm gonna get my webcam set up sometime this week.
I think the
All right,
expectations have
this
been
looks
set
fine.
low, so like any improvements are fine, but also we're not gaining or losing any viewers based upon it now.
Okie dokie.
Also, I need Hello and welcome to the Gambling Racket, the sports gambling podcast aimed at giving you the angles and insights into successfully betting on professional tennis. Welcome to episode 16, where my co-hosts Vic and Chris are joining me to talk about the first 2 to 3 rounds of ATP and WTA Madrid, and looking forward to the next week leading up to Sunday, where we'll see the finals and the second to last clay masters before we get to Roland Garros. We've got a little bit to cover today based on what we've seen so far in the tournament, updating everyone on futures, talking about some recent successes we've all had, and want to kick it over to Vic real quick for his highlights for the first 3 rounds at Madrid.
Yeah, so thanks, Ben. We put out a short on Friday. We never do those. 3 for 3 on the shorts picks. So that's why you tune in, bitches. Big win for me though. Bublik, 2.5 units at plus 180. He drops the first set to that clay rat RCB. Fucking hammer it for another half unit at plus 775. Walks all over him the second and third set. Not even close. Like did a tweener front facing drop shot just to fuck around. And in the end of the third set,
pissed him off too. He pissed off RCB pretty bad.
Oh, he was furious, dude. I mean, he smashes the next 2 serves at him.
Yeah, he tried to peg him.
Yeah. So Bublik absolutely dominated. 8-unit win on that, just on that game. Up 9.5 units on the tournament so far. Having a great Madrid so far. So yeah, hopefully it's not the jinx, but no, things are going well. I just lost my 1 futures today when Tommy Paul fell to Cerundolo, but my other 3 quarters futures are still looking good. And
Remind us what those are.
I've got JLS to win his quarter, Ruud to win his quarter, and Medvedev to win his quarter. So those are the 3 that are still alive.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, definitely a couple big wins for me. You know, the Bublik one was definitely the biggest. Yeah, like by far and away, that was my biggest one of the week so far.
Who's Bublik facing in this round?
Bublik is facing Ben Shelton tomorrow at 4 a.m. Central Time, and it's fucking absurd the way they've got him priced. DK right now has Bublik as a plus 210 dog to Ben Shelton. Now, I want to talk about this one, but I want to let you guys give you a recap first, because this is going to be like my fucking hammer time that tomorrow is on Bublik. So I don't want to spoil that. So I'll let you guys. Chris, what are your big wins? What are your big wins from the first half of the tournament? Your highlights.
Well, your boy JLS. I put my entire account on him to beat Ugo and Bear, and I cashed that in. I think I've only had 1 loss so far in the tournament. I'm up 12 units, having a good run. However, I have Bublik plus 225 on FanDuel. So even a little bit sharper over here.
That's a nice number. That's a nice number. Yeah.
FanDuel does seem to have pretty juicy odds for tennis, from what I've noticed, based on what you've sent us, Chris.
Yeah. And the live lines are exquisite.
Exquisite.
Delicious.
You know I've been hitting those live lines.
Yeah, but are you enabling anybody else to hit those live lines as well, or you're just being selfish about it?
You're right. I should be live tweeting that.
Just saying.
I'm picking up what you're putting down there.
Share the love.
Bang the live lines.
Vic, I've also oh yeah, go ahead, Chris.
What was that pick I tailed you on today?
Right about half hour before Tommy Paul and Cerundolo, we took an alternate over 23.5 games at plus 110 and easily hit.
Yeah, that was a
Cash
good one.
money.
So that was a nice one. Chris, do you have any? I don't remember if you actually placed any futures for the for these two events this week.
I did
Do
not.
you have any? Okay.
Ben, how are your futures looking?
You did tail me, Chris, on Djokovic outright winner French Open in episode 15.
I did.
For 2 units at plus 250. I've got that recorded. My only future that I lost has been Dimitrov, which was not a good pick. Didn't feel good about it immediately after we kind of published the last episode. And sure enough, he loses a match against Mensik, who has been inactive for a few weeks. And don't get me wrong, not like a bad player or anything like that. He needed some time to just kind of get his legs back under him. He withdrew from either Indian Wells or I think it was Indian Wells for just being tired because he had such an active early schedule in 2024. But hey, he's back with a vengeance, and he put on a great showing against Dimitrov. The bright side is I did bet on him plus 3.5 games at even odds and won that one, but it would have been better if Dimitrov had come out the victor and proceeded to go on to win the tournament, but he did not. So I've still got 3 active futures. One is Medvedev to win the second quarter. One is Zverev to win the third quarter. And the third is Coco Gauff as outright winner on the women's side of the tournament. So
Ooh,
Dude, I have that bet too, and she's been fucking rolling through people.
yes.
Yeah.
She's playing 45 minutes a match. Like just 6-0, 6-1, 45 minutes.
You
Bam,
got to
bam.
go back and roll that footage. We were all in on that, I think.
I know Vic was for sure. Chris, I'm not sure. You probably were too. I don't see why not. It seemed like a pretty unanimous decision that we all thought Coco Gauff was undervalued at plus 1,200 to win the tournament with the easy road that she's got. She breezed through Roos yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And today she breezed through Yastremska. Uncontested so
Yeah,
far.
Roos didn't take
into
a
the
game
fourth round.
6-0, 6-0.
That's right. That's right.
That's a fucking beatdown. That's an absolute beatdown.
Bro, that's sick.
She faces Madison Keys next, so we'll see. I don't see why she would have problems with Madison. If anything, like my feelings are gonna be conflicted being two Americans, but yeah, that's about it. And then her path to the semis has to go through the winner of Ostapenko and Jabeur, and then most likely Iga, but it could be Sakkari as well. Haddad Maia plays Sakkari, so yeah. And damn, the opposite side of the bracket, there's been some chaos on the bottom half of the women's bracket. Sabalenka went 3 sets today, very long match, and now she has to go up against Danielle Collins, who's been fired up. Actually, Vic, you posted today about Danielle Collins. You want to take us through that real quick?
Yeah, so I guess somebody in the crowd was giving it to her, and she gave it right back. Just started to scream at him like, "You think this is easy? You want to come out here and do it?" And then the next point, she fucking turned around after she smashed it and won. She yelled it right in the fans' face. So good for her. Good for her.
What is
I
the
like the Spanish fans. I like the jeering and whistling. But I'm at home. I wouldn't like it if I was on the court. All the jeering and whistling.
Chris, what was your question?
what did she say?
I don't have it
She
exactly.
She
But
just grunted at him like a freaking animal. She went ugh after that next serve.
Oh, after the second point. Yeah. Yeah, she just like, yeah. Well, good for her. Hey, that's how you exert dominance in the wild, bro.
All right, so let's
don't like that.
look
Okay.
at what are we thinking for it's round 4 tomorrow for it's the 4th round for both the men's and women's now.
Yep.
So a couple 3rd round matches for the men left. Actually, no, it's the 3rd round for the men, 4th round for the women. My bad.
Oh yeah, my bad too. Actually, we got a decent slate tomorrow for the men.
Yeah, should be good. I mean, like I said, First one kicking off at 4 a.m. Central Time is Bublik plus 210 against Shelton. Bro, this line doesn't make any fucking sense. This line is crazy.
Ben Shelton's been playing pretty
Wait,
well.
really? Yeah. Wait, why?
Ben Shelton beat Thomas Mahak, who's coming off an injury, who all he did was beat the Filthy Finn, who's also coming off an injury. I mean, yes, he demolished Thomas Mahak, Shelton did, but he's not like a great clay player. He won the US Nationals in Houston. That's his only clay tournament title. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the European on clay against the inexperienced American on clay, especially at these odds. These odds are fucking crazy. This should be a toss-up. This should be minus 110 aside. The fact that they're giving me plus 210 on Bublik, that's a crime. I'm gonna rob the bank. 5-unit max bet on Bublik plus 210.
I love the enthusiasm. Can we play the Kazakhstani national anthem, please?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. The Kazakhstani national anthem. We'll play at the end. We'll play at the end of the episode.
Is this how many max bets have you done this year?
Dude, I've only done max bets on Bublik, and they've won like 3 out of 4 times. So, dude, 3/4 of my
That's a good stat. That's a good stat.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
3/4 of my bankroll, Bublik wins.
So why do you think Ben Shelton is being so overvalued by Vegas?
Because he ran through Mahak, which I mean he did. I didn't watch it. I just assumed that Machop is still recovering from whatever he had to withdraw from in the last week in his tournament. Because he was hurt. So the line is just not right. Like Bublik is not plus 210 against Ben Shelton on any fucking service any day of the week. That's just not a good line. That's wrong.
Vic, who do you think owns the head-to-head?
Ben Shelton's such a young guy.
I want to say they've never played on clay before. I know for a fact they've never played on clay before.
Bublik owns the clay head-to-head 1-0.
Oh, really? Okay.
When did they play? Roland Garros last year? No,
it doesn't tell me what
they wouldn't have been this year. They haven't played each other this year. But anyway, yeah, it's just even more reason why this line is fucking bonkers. This line is fucking bonkers. Like, and I was thinking about, maybe I should do 2.5 units on Bublik money line, 2 units, 2.5 units on Bublik with the spread. But I mean, the spread is only 3.5, and minus 130. There's no value on that. You know what I mean? Like, I expect him to win. I expect it to be a good match, but plus 210, that's insane. That's an absolutely insane line. Like, you got to max bet that. You got to max bet that when there's that kind of value. Bublik plus 210 all fucking day. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna wake up at 4 a.m. to watch it, but I'll see when I wake up if I'm having a good day or a bad day real early.
Their only match is on clay last year in Rome at the Italian Open. Bublik won 2-1. He took it was 6-4, 1-6, 6-2.
Dude, this line is not right. This line is not right.
I don't know, man. I definitely do not agree with you. I know that for sure. Whether or not the line is right is another story. Maybe it should be even more in favor of Ben Shelton, if anything. I think Ben Shelton is going to clean him out.
That's crazy.
Shelton in 2.
Well, I'm not betting on Ben Shelton at those odds. Wait. What odds do you have, Vic?
Shelton's minus 260.
I see. Okay. Wow. You got better odds. If you're a Ben Shelton bettor, Bovada's got minus 275 plus 220 on Bublik.
Dude, that's a fucking insane line. That's bigger than Karen Khachanov against Flavio Cabali. That's a bigger line than that. You know what I mean? They're pricing Ben Shelton like he's the fucking young Nadal or something. It's insane. The pricing is insane. You got to max bet it. Like, it's fucking bonkers. That's my big bet tomorrow. I also like Mensik at plus money against FAA, that Canadian bum. But those are the 2 big ones I like for tomorrow.
That's an interesting line as well. considering FAA's track record this year and how strong Mensik has looked when he's been on his game, that he's a slight dog to FAA. But wow, yeah, 5 units on Bublik plus 220 against Ben Shelton.
Good luck.
I'm telling you, I'm going to wake up and have a great Monday.
Also, slight shade to Kaboli, who hasn't had a bad clay season, by the way.
Yes, sneaky shade.
Hachinov is obviously a better player than Kaboli overall, but yeah, just like weird. Like, Flavio ain't do nothing. Why you gotta throw him in there like that, Vic? He's Italian.
I'm just saying, they're treating him like he's Flavio versus Karen, right? And that's not
that guy under the bus.
I don't know. Bublik is the ultimate troll, man. Regardless of his performance on clay in general, regardless of like how seemingly not serious he took his match yesterday, for the most part.
Dude, he was hitting so many drop shots.
Ben Shelton is like, he's no joke. I feel like you're really discounting Ben Shelton.
No, see, Ben Shelton, the only thing he does is he overpowers people, right? Bublik is not going to get fucking overpowered against anybody. I've seen this man.
That's not all Ben Shelton does. Ben Shelton is an insane ball getter. That dude gets to every he's a young kid. He's
what I'm saying, that
running around everywhere.
Big thing.
Yeah, he's got mobility.
His big thing is the power on the serve, right? And he's not going to overpower Bublik. Bublik has one of the best serves on tour too. So I'm not worried at all. I really think this should be a toss-up. This should be minus 110 both ways.
That is the most arrogant thing I've ever heard you say. I'm not worried at all at a plus 220 underdog. Okay.
Well, fucking clip that, bitch. Clip it.
I will clip it. I will definitely clip it, because I am shocked that you're like this committed to it. I love when you bet Bublik. I like Bublik, and I appreciate you taking him as a 220 underdog. But I've only placed a few 5-unit bets this year committed to him. Woo, I'm just blown away. I'm a little shell shocked.
Just the line, there's so much value because I think the line is so wrong. You know what I mean? Like, if he was only plus 175, I'd only do 2.5. But like, when you see that kind of like where the line is that off from what I expect the line to be, that's why I'm juicing it up.
Okay. We spent a lot of time on this match. Chris, I don't recall you taking a side. I know you said good luck to Vic. Sounds like you're not touching it. I'm not touching it. Do you have an opinion on this match before we move on to the rest of the ATP side of Madrid?
I just want you to know that I do like Bublik and I like you, Vic, but my prediction is Ben Shelton 2-0. 6-4,
All right,
6-4.
we'll see.
6-4, 6-4. Wow. I would go 6-1, 6-4 Ben Shelton. I think Bublik comes out and does hey, I'm here to have fun. In the first set, tries to take it serious. In the second set, exactly what he did with what's his name in the last matchup. And but he ended up winning because, you know, Shelton is just like a different caliber player than
he's gonna let a heckler come out and hit his serve.
Dude, I
think he's definitely going to win the crowd. Shelton's used to being the favorite.
Oh, yeah.
I think the crowd's going to be on Bublik's side. You guys are going to see something tomorrow. I don't
disagree with you on that. Honestly, that was part of my thinking taking Humbert. Humbert's had a pretty decent following, and he was going up against Struff. I didn't think Struff, the German, would have such a
the French love to lose to the Germans.
That's true.
Yeah, I did not consider the history of the nations when I was considering the odds. Chris, sorry, you're making a point.
The most interesting thing to me is that Thiago Monteiro knocked off Mr. Tsitsipas.
Yeah,
and is now a dog against Jiri Laheka, and I like Thiago Monteiro here plus 126, baby. Give me 2 units on that.
Wow. Okay. I do like that he wins at a better than 1-to-1 rate when he's a plus 140 dog. Jerry does own a head-to-head 2-0. However, let's see. Last time they played was last year. It's on hard court. They played in 2022 as well on clay, and Jerry Odom. So hopefully Montero's grown and as a player since then, and could be.
He's playing well right now. He just beat Tsitsipas.
Yeah, definitely not discounting that. What a huge win over TTP.
Ride the wave, baby.
Okay, I like it.
What's your big one for tomorrow, Ben?
I'm really conflicted on this one. I mentioned my futures before. One of them being Medi winning the second quarter, but he's got to play Sebastian Korda tomorrow at 3:20 Pacific time AM, and he's a minus 200 on what?
None of us have ever won a bet on Korda, I think, all year. I've never
won
a bet on Korda.
Yeah, I'm not. Listen, Korda gives Medi fits. I'm not saying I'm taking Korda to win. On the money line, Korda is plus 165. Don't get me wrong. I think that's great value. And if you don't have as many conflicts of interest like I do, take Korda on the money line. But I really like Korda at plus 2.5 games for minus 105 odds. That's awesome to me. Listen, Korda's like that guy. Maybe it's because of the family that he comes from, but Medi doesn't get in his head, and he gives Medvedev fits every time they play. Medvedev usually beats him. I think most of the times they've played, though, has been on hard court. So that's Medi's specialty. Dude, I'm not counting out. You know what? The head-to-head is actually 2-2. So Korda's won on hard court in Shanghai just last year in July. Yeah, Medi beat him this year at Indian Wells, though. It was a 2-1, 2-1 affair. I'm leaning Korda here, even though I think Medi's going to win. Take the games because I think Korda will pick up a set. I'll look at the set odds, but the set spread usually sucks. So usually like one set, minus 170, minus 190 around there. If I had to pick a different game, I actually like Cam Norrie. I think Cam Norrie getting +4 games against Casper Ruud is a little disrespectful to Norrie. I know Ruud's in good form, but I can see a 7-6, 6-4 affair between those two. Ruud taking it in straight sets and Cam Norrie covering the spread. So that's what I'm liking the most. The match I'm looking forward to the most, though, is Rafa and Cashin. I won on Cashin yesterday, and I'm interested to see how Rafa recovers from an interesting match against de Minaur, because I retweeted a guy that tweeted this out, and I was texting you guys about it. It looked to me that de Minaur was playing very easily. Like, he was like, whatever, I'm just going to hit it back to this guy, see if he can make some good shots. Don't get me wrong, Rafa was playing great. He was hitting great shots, but like de Minaur, every time he got a shot that he could handle, he could do something with, he would just hit it right back to Nadal. He wouldn't go for an aggressive down the line shot or anything like that. Wouldn't try to make a hard pass. Yeah. It was sus for our Gen Z audience out there. And I don't like that for Nadal moving forward. I don't like him. I don't think a guy like Cashin is going to take it easy if he has the opportunity to exploit some old man.
Rafa's minus 500 or some shit like that, right? He's minus 500 on DK. Cashin is plus 380. You think he's got an actual chance to stick with him?
Yeah, absolutely. I am a Rafa doubter right now.
I thought he looked good. I thought he looked good against de Minaur. I'm not arguing with what you're saying about it. Demon wasn't trying to hit any winners, but I mean, like, Rafa was on his shit. Like, he looked good. He looked good.
Like I said, Rafa was making great shots. He was getting the balls. He was placing balls well, but I think de Minaur wasn't playing that aggressively on both sides, on defense or offense. So I see a guy like Cashin saying, like, this is my one shot in life to beat a legend. Demon just beat him last week. He has nothing left to prove. He can, I'll take a seat and I'll go to Rome and show out. Where Cashin is going to be like, I'm going to beat this old dude up. He's got hip problems. He's going to have brain problems after this matchup.
All right. There you go. I feel like that makes my Bublik pick sound way more reasonable. So thank you.
Well, I didn't place a bet on that. I said that's a matchup I'm looking forward
Okay.
to watch most of all.
Yeah,
My
and
bet
that's
is
at least at a reasonable time, fucking 9 a.m. Central.
there you go. Yeah, get your 9 hours, Vic. You
Yeah,
earned it.
got
You
to.
earned it. Chris, wait, did Chris go?
Yeah, he went.
Okay.
Crisco.
Well, let's cover updated futures real quick. Now that a couple of us have lost our futures, maybe Chris wants to actually place a future on the
I
men's
swear
side.
I'm on the Coco golf feature, I swear.
No, I believe I'm on the men's side. On the men's side, Chris, we still have outright and quarter winner odds. So
Nadal is now the favorite to win Q2, shockingly. He's plus 120 to win Q2.
yeah, that's
Who?
Nadal.
Nadal.
Who's
Oh,
second?
Medvedev. Then Ben Shelton, then Jerry Lehechka. That's
Yeah.
mind-boggling to me. Nadal is not winning the quarter. That's insane. I can't believe that they're doing this again. They're giving him the benefit of the doubt that, hey, he's a legend. He's the best ever on clay.
I
He
don't know,
is.
dude. I think he can beat Medvedev.
Well, he's not playing Medvedev, but
Wait, wouldn't he play him?
oh
He
yeah,
would. He would play
he
him
would.
eventually. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To win the quarter, he's got to go through Medvedev.
I
don't.
think he could beat Medvedev on clay.
Yeah,
Yes.
you were just talking about how Pedro might beat, or Sebastian Korda might beat Medvedev. So
Yeah. Quarter's fifth behind Shelton, Lehechka, and Medi, and obviously Nadal. Then sixth is Bublik and Montero, and then Kashin. I think all of those guys can beat Nadal right now. I don't know why the fuck Nadal is the favorite to win the second quarter. That's wild to me. I think if you have a fucking
what are
gut
the odds
feeling
on
about one of these
Thiago?
guys, put some money on them.
What are my odds on Thiago Montero?
Plus 2,200
Let's go ahead and put a unit on it.
to win the quarter.
Let's go.
Wow. Okay. All right. Montero's Road goes through the Lehechka next, then the winner of Nadal and Kashin. So he would be his second. If Nadal advances, he'd be his second opponent.
If Nadal advances, come on, motherfucker.
Lehecka and Kashin seems like an easy road. This is easy money. Let's go.
Kashin's gone through Sebastian Offner and Francis Tiafoe so far.
Tiafoe's a bum.
Yeah, we all.
Offner's been playing well.
Yeah, he has. The Austrian.
Guys, do you think De Minaur took a fall?
No.
I
Okay.
do.
All right, so
I
is
do.
this the conspiracy segment? Should I start talking about Hollow Earth? Is this the conspiracy
We're
segment?
we're always talking about Hollow Earth. Ain't nothing under the earth.
Mantle, crust. What is this? Pizza?
Exactly. All right. Honestly though, now that my outright winner is out, I'm not super fond of any of these odds for outright winner. Yannick Sinner is the shortest odds at plus 175, then Alcaraz at plus 180 on Bovada. Third is Zverev at plus 650. Then Nadal, Casper Ruud, Medvedev, Rublev, Hurkacz, Ben Shelton.
Is there a situation where Alcaraz and Nadal could play in the final?
Yes.
Yes.
They're on opposite sides of the court of the field.
Oh, could you imagine?
They're talking about playing doubles together. Before they're going to play doubles in the Italian Open together and then at the Olympics.
Who do you think wins a matchup right now between Alcaraz and Sinner? I feel like that'll tell you who your outright winner of this tournament's going to be.
I think Alcaraz.
Really?
Yeah, I like Alcaraz here.
I mean, I like Casper Ruud to win. He's still plus 1,400, which is what I got him with at the start of the tournament. I'm not going to double down. I'm just going to let it ride. But I still like I still have faith in Rude Boy season, the Margrave of Mud. So not doubling down, but I still expect him to win.
I'll double down for you, Vic. Ben, can I get 1 unit on the Margrave of Mud, please?
To win?
To win.
Where's my pen?
He's got to go through Sinner in the quarterfinal. But all right, I think that's it for ATP. WTA. I'm looking at it, and the big four is still there, and nobody's odds have really changed except fucking Coco Gauff. Looking at it now, Ben, she's plus 650. So she had the biggest drop in her odds. So we definitely got a good number on her. And then everyone else is the other big four are what they were before. So no change there. So crazy drop from Coco Gauff, from plus 1200 to plus 650. So clearly it looks like we're picked a good one there.
What do you have for Sabalenka?
Sabalenka, at DK, she's plus 500.
Well, she had a long match today. She went 3 sets in her matchup today, and there were some shaky spots there. So she was up against Montgomery, if I recall correctly, and it was not a pretty affair. So
yeah, it was close. It was way closer than it should have been. And she's got, like you said, she's got Danielle Collins next, who's won 19 in a row.
And then she faces the winner of Paolini and Andreeva.
Yeah, I think that'll be an Andreeva. But
really, I like the way Paolini's playing right now, actually.
Yeah, Paolini's playing good. I like Andreeva. I think Andreeva's a shit. Andreeva's is great. So
wow, sounds like a little bias built in there.
Andreeva beat Vondarosa, Noskova, Taylor Townsend. I mean, she's knocked off some fucking good players to make it to the 4th round.
Yeah, no, not too impressed by any of that.
Noskova's awesome. Vondarosa's awesome. Like, these are, elite players, and she beat them both. I mean, but anyway, we'll see. I definitely don't know. I'm not betting on it.
She's a slight favorite. She's minus 120 against Paolini, who's at even odds. They play tomorrow, so yeah, we'll see. I'm leaning Paolini here, but I'll look into that one a little bit more because that's my gut. I've been okay on the women's side so far for this tournament.
The only thing I've been betting on with the women's is Maria Sakkari. I've just been doing 2 units on her every game. So I might do it again tomorrow. She's minus 220 against the Brazilian with 2 last names.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Haddad Maia.
Yeah. So I think I want to bet Maria Sakkari again, but actually I was hoping she'd be closer to minus 185, minus 220. There's not much value on it, but I might just keep firing because she's the shit.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna pause here. Chris, where the fuck are you?
I'm here.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You taking a piss?
Maybe.
No, I see the light changing. You're moving.
No, I was taking a pee though.
Damn, your phone does an incredible job of stabilizing your picture.
Yeah, no shit.
It's awesome.
I didn't realize that. I thought you just had a really steady hand, but I know you don't have steady hands.
Fucking doctor.
I should have been a surgeon.
All right, let me know when you're ready to go again. If you need to finish your piss or whatever.
All right, I'm good to go.
All right. Let's see where I should pick back up.
I was just talking about Maria Sakkari.
Yeah, I'm looking at anything like who faces Haddad Maia. We already talked about Coco Gauff. We talked about
Collins is a dog tomorrow. Collins Sabalenka. We talked about that one.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let me bring it back.
Do you think she unleashes the fury?
Yeah, we're gonna throw it to you, Chris, so you can say.
Yeah. All right, let me bring it back to Sabalenka. She's playing Danielle Collins tomorrow and is a favorite, even though she went pretty late today. local time in Madrid. And now she's a slight favorite. She's minus 120 against Danielle Collins, who's like who we already referred to as being on a very long hot streak. Collins is at even money. Chris, who do you like in this one?
Well, it comes down to two things. Can Danielle Collins channel the fury into that serve without it affecting her, finishing her off? So, can she handle the pressure? Can she handle the adrenaline? Those are the two factors.
Pressure and adrenaline. Okay.
Okay.
And I want to hear what
There's one
I wanna hear what
explanation
Vic
for two
thinks.
things, Nick.
I want to hear what Vic thinks.
I think Sabalenka is going to beat her.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be fun watch. That one's also a good time for America, 2:30 Central Time in America. So, none of this 4 a.m. bullshit that I have to deal with for Bublik tomorrow. Good time.
I
So,
don't
does
bet
anybody
against
know what the
Collins.
head-to-head is between the two?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I got you. I don't bet against Collins right now. I think that's crazy. So
I also think her run comes to an end, though. So that's why I didn't want to say anything.
head-to-head is 4-0. Sabalenka's beat her all 4 times they've played. Their last matchup was in 2022, September of 2022. They played at the US Open, and Sabalenka beat her in 3 sets. So they went the distance.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. They have actually never played each other on clay.
That's kind of nuts.
Nuts and butts. And changing your mind at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Staying off of it.
Yeah, I'm not betting against Danielle Collins, that's for sure. She's on a warpath, and I don't like standing in front of that kind of thing. So yeah, I'd much rather take my chances on someone like, wait, do we mention this one? Someone like Kadaj Maya against Zachary. Sorry guys, I know your Greek goddess is someone that you're gonna bow down to, but
Yeah, I'm not betting against her.
Betting against soccer, fuck yourself, then. Fuck yourself.
Yeah,
well,
that's
I
a
didn't do it
sacrilege.
yet, but I said I'd much rather do that than bet against Danielle Collins.
That's a
I'm not taking it
sacrilege.
yet. It's not locked in, but I'm gonna look at that one real hard. The other close one is going to be Ostapenko and Jabeur. I am not sold on Jabeur being back from her mega slump to start 2024. So, and everything else. Oh yeah, and I already mentioned before, actually, Paolini and Andreeva. I like Paolini.
Hans Jabeur.
Yes.
Yeah, a couple. So it should be setting up for a good day of tennis on Monday. Good rest of the week. I mean, a lot of top talent still in the field, so it should be exciting end to Madrid. And I just read this. We don't ever talk about doubles, but I thought we mentioned it since 2 pod favorites teaming up. Medvedev and Paul joining forces in Madrid. So I'm gonna look for that line, ATP Madrid doubles line, and bet whatever the fuck on those
Dude,
two.
I would love to see that dynamic on the court. Yes. A hothead and a relatively cool-headed guy just teaming up to handle everything that comes their way. Okay. It sounds like a sitcom.
Yeah, it's a good buddy cop. It's a good buddy cop movie. The nice guy.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, did we miss anything, boys? That's all I've got for the midway check-in for ATP and WTA Madrid. Anything I missed?
No,
Thiago Monteiro to the moon.
What's that?
Thiago Monteiro to the moon.
Oh, one thing. Tune in next week. We might possibility we have a special guest. So surprise special guest on the docket for next week. So tune in. Make sure you tune in.
That's
it
right.
Could be a stripper.
It could be a representative from the great People's Republic of Kazakhstan. I'm not going to say.
Ooh, the Interior Minister himself, maybe.
The Minister of the Interior is his title, and the Minister of the Interior.
Apologies. I don't know how they do their salutes in Kazakhstan, but yes, definitely stay tuned hopefully we can get someone to join us. They would be our first guest as well, so that would be great. We'd have a very special lineup to talk about with this person as well. So yeah, join us next time for episode 17. But unless there's anything else, boys, this has been episode 16 of the Gambling Racket. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Let's
Make
sign
sure-
off with the Kazakhstan national anthem.
All right, look forward to this anthem. Make sure you're following us on the social medias at the Faulty Picks on Twitter, at Pete's Mustache on Twitter, at Birdman Breaks for now. We'll see if there's anything else coming our way.
Breakpoint.
Wait, can you guys
Breakpoint.
hear it? Can you guys hear it?
No.
Oh fuck, we got to figure out how to get this. I'm blasting the national anthem right now.
Boo.
Dude, that means you got to.